Welcome back, chat. We are now in Game 2 of the Championship Bracket Quarterfinals match between Bogie Smalls and Shton. Bogie drew first blood and Shton is looking to strike back. I am Boof and Boom, and joining me again in commentary is Adirondack Rick and McMonkey. Thank you for your tracking services, but you have been excused and have been replaced by Hyo24. Rick, that was exciting.
Both runners going into level 9 at the same time. Just Bogie made the right turns, found Ganon first, and had pretty much only just a few places where Zelda could be. And as such, takes the 1-0 series lead as he tries to advance to the semifinals, where awaiting him would be the winner of the Angel FM Up No Point, the number 2 seed versus number 10 seed. They'll get that series started up this upcoming week. And winner of this game is guaranteed at least 3 more games, or winner of this pairing is guaranteed at least 3 more Z1Rs.
And if what we like is just more Zelda, well then good luck.
Yes, indeed. That's because being the semifinals, they will be getting into a best of 5 scenario as opposed to the best of 3s that we've been seeing. So, should be a fun time. Let's see how this goes. Where do you think we're starting?
Well, today I want to see Lost Hills. Is there any place in the Lost Hills they can start? No. Not that I can think of. Oh, wait,
They
by
can
Desert
start at
Shop.
1Q5.
Yeah, that too. All right, yeah. 1Q5. That's where I want them to go.
All right, here we go. This race is just about to begin. Runners have started, and we start at 1Q1.
All right. So we started at 1Q something. This is fine. So now, Rick, you said that you wanted one seed to be, very gentle but fast, but, nothing crazy. You said, but second one then had to be nuts. So I hope I have provided that for you in this particular seed.
I do want to point out that the Staffos are not shooting swords.
Did they have enough time to react? Because I know they've faked me out at least once.
They had long enough that I think we could call it, but I'm waiting for more evidence.
Okay. Well, so far, we have already found our Armos item, which is going to be a heart, and I believe I saw on Shton's screen, yep, Hyo already marked it for us, thank you, a raft as our starting item. Which actually is what I wanted them to start with Game 1, so I am getting my wish here.
Alright, it's done. Trying to make our way over to Death Armos, so too is Bogie. At least Death Armos isn't as deadly as it could be.
No, the boulders always get me. Like, I do my best to avoid them, and somehow they just keep bouncing towards me. Alright, 37 to 15 is a... Wait, 22 door repair? We did that already.
Did you just roll the same seed?
That is a negatory, as this looks very much like a first quest. No, second quest back half.
It shapes.
It shapes?
It shapes. Yeah.
Oh.
We're one too far to the left for this to be 2Q8, and we're one too far to the right for this to be 1Q8. So this is shapes.
Oh, see, I see a corner and I immediately think shapes. Alright, so... Potion Shop northeast of 3 is going to have our level 8, which... Alright, so how badly do you really want to dig a Shapes 8, as this is your first dungeon?
Depends on the enemies.
Well, I did not see any Wizrobes on the overworld, so they might be hiding in here today.
So if the Staffos aren't shooting their swords, which it doesn't look like they are, that means we'll have first quests 1 through 6.
So we still get to play the Shapes game, which is one of my favorites. Rick, I don't know if I'm going to allow you to carry over your 1 max cactus guess, though.
So I'm seeing maybe a Staphos shot a sword there. There's our any keys are white sword item. Can't get it at 4 hearts, and Wiz Robes are in level 8.
All right, so some shenanigans so far, but I want to see some sort of like, have to get power bracelet to then get the ladder to then find like, the bow. That's what I want today. Or is that not enough shenanigans?
I think that's enough shenanigans at this point. Thankfully, Shton has Beam Sword, otherwise this would have been a up and A. Bogie checking the northeast corner. Looks like Shton is not choosing to spend a key, which I can understand at this early stage.
Very nice HUD clip.
And Shton grabs the Triforce out of level 8.
Now, I personally expect him to just Triforce and go at this point with this level 8.
Makes a lot of sense if Shton chooses to do that. As Bogie continues to search around, tries to see something over here in the Lost Hills, we do see one of our hint shops.
And those were nice and cheap, too.
Very cheap.
You think like 60 or 70 something total? That wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
But of course, then like the book is probably like buried on the floor in 8.
No, it's buried in 9. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right. This is all shenanigans now. All right, so east of 5 to southwest of 2. No, southeast of 2. I meant west. Oh, for goodness sakes. I mean, the only saving grace with this particular set of any roads is that there was one that was kind of close to where they start.
Shton picks up a candle out of a take any. Nope, that is a staff of shooting a sword. We do have second quest for 1 through 6.
See, they trick you, little buggers.
Yeah, so Chad was marking looking like a staff of shot when we got to the Lionels there at Monocle Rock. I wasn't 100% convinced, but yep, there they are shooting their swords. So we do have a second quest, 1 through 6, shapes 7, 8, 9.
Yep, that also means that we are going to see the dreaded red bubbles, so I expect to see a potion purchase. I do expect Shton to mark that shop for arrows and cheap keys.
And you do expect him to buy those arrows.
At least twice.
To be fair, he only purchased it once. To be fair, only
Shton,
purchased it once.
And I promise Shton that we will never mention this again.
No, you didn't.
Alright, you promised we'd never mention it again.
Yeah. Yeah, watch the unfortunate hilarity in game number 1. It will get clipped. So Bogie's in level 1, which of course, since we now know it's the second quest 1, is going to be the letter E. There's red bubbles. Yep. Guess what, Bogie? You're going to have fun.
I mean, this is the least fun of the two, obviously, because we have, 2 items instead of 3. But both are floor drops, so it'll be okay. This is all going to be fine. Everybody's fine here.
Are you sure of that? Oh, which
nope,
ropes?
Not any longer.
At least we now know that bomb wall is going to open up.
Oh, super chunk. Not heckin' chunk, though.
How many HP are they? Oh,
I counted. I counted at least 4. Southeast 4 for next take any.
All right, so Bogie knows that bomb is going to open up.
Yeah, but now we need... Okay, this is good. We can clear this enemy set. Maybe get a bomb pack.
This will be our. This will likely be our transport.
Oh, but the gorillas are
Bogie, be
merciless.
careful. Bogie choosing to leave the room. Go do something else for right now.
Actually, I do have one tiny request. Pick that up. Besides, pick that up. If we could
Okay.
put the other one is if we could please be fair and put the audio over on Shton's side, as the majority of Game 1 was over on Bogie's. Thank you, thank
Level
you.
4, just in time, found for Stun. Much thank you to Hayo, who is doing the tracking for game number 2.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
And letter D, level 4.
For damn it, it's second quest. And this is, oh yeah, oof.
That's a Wizrobe beam to the face for Bogie. Back to start we go.
Yep. So then the question is, at what point for you, Rick, do you say enough is enough in a particular dungeon? If you're just getting hammered by the enemies, you're not making a lot of progress, what to you is enough?
The problem for Bogie, honestly, is this is out of the way. Yes, we have any roads somewhat nearby, but we also don't have any roads nearby. So this is a pain to get to. And we can't get that Triforce.
Yep, unless, I don't know, maybe the other item.
Yeah, you can't get that Triforce.
It's
just enough to the north. It's not like that drop in 1Q5 where it's enough that you can still grab it.
I was going to tell Bogie to go back in there and at least like clear the orange Wizrobe room. Because that was a potential floor drop, right?
It is a potential drop, yes. Stun does not want to give up the contents right now, so it's going to leave this level. Understandable. I don't think Shton has seen the white sword heart yet.
What white sword heart? Oh, you just mean item when you say item.
Key, rather.
Ah, okay.
Because if Stun sees that makes these muggers irrelevant.
Yes. And by where Bogie is starting, let's see. Depending on what direction he takes, he should run into at least one more take any. Alright, now he's going into level 2.
Level 2, the letter A has been found for Bogie.
Now, unfortunately...
And there's our magical sword.
Yep. Unfortunately, we know, because of the white sword, that the Fonzie key will not be in here. Although that would be fun. The A key in level A.
It's happened before.
Okay, and there's the letter. Much more important, in my opinion, now just because we have red bubbles to deal with.
Answering chat, no, Stun does not have the white sword.
That is just his particular sprite set.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly, and I'm going to ask him about this just as like a kind of FYI for myself, is he got the red ring in the first game and changed colors, but then as he continued on or like up aid, it was gone for the rest of the match. But it came back when he was in... No, he's the same color in the dungeon.
There's our white sword.
That's a white sword. So is it just the rule of the sprite set, I wonder?
Yeah, because Moonrisen Phoenix, who's got his game 3 tomorrow in the best of the rest bracket, has the same setup. Where his sprite does the same thing.
Well, it changes color in the dungeon, but I also thought that it at least like retained, if he got a ring to change the tunic color, that stayed. I could be mistaken.
Okay, that's a Triforce room for Stun.
And that is a bait pickup for Bogie, which I do applaud because we do have level 3 here. Although,
yep.
As far as I know, it's not required yet.
It looks like we're going to be able to circumvent the bait block, but not guaranteed. As Bogie finds 2Q4.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a transport staircase to the other side because of our MOS.
And I definitely think as long as Bogie leaves here with one bomb, he
Hey,
should
that's
be...
vanilla.
Oh, and that's... Oh, that means bait block not required.
Yep. The unfortunate thing for Shton is running out of keys to get that revelation, but you're going to see Shton probably do some door strats. Bogie gained the Triforce out of 4, which is something that Shton was unable to do. Does Bogie go back in?
Well, I mean, the second quest 4, I think, for a lot of people is just icky. I still haven't gotten pushed to that point yet.
It's 30 rooms. It can be very problematic, and Shton leaves the room, which will reset everything that he's done.
Oh, no.
And that's unfortunate. Here down to 1 heart and 1 bomb remaining.
Oh, that stinks. The problem is you really do have to tuck yourself down in that door, because the Wizrobes will come in and try to hug you.
If I'm Shton, level 3, leave. I've got both items, and come back later. Better resources. Don't keep dying.
It looks like he heard you, Rick.
Because the last thing you want to do in an elimination match is give your opponent additional time. 19 for the small secret, 1 off the maximum.
Alright, so this is not a poverty seed. We had 1937-101. Alright, so far not too bad in this level 4. Question is, though, at what point do you stop digging? I mean, do you keep going till you take a death in the dungeon? Do you commit to the dig until you've pulled all the items? I don't know.
I'd like to see at least 2 out of 3 items in here. Although that is going to make some questions pop up, because we're not going to be able to see what that is if there's an item inside of that room.
Ooh, and we're going to get a peek at the coast.
Have we not had a chance to look at the coast at all yet?
No.
Pick up for Shton.
Oh.
Wand on the coast.
And Bogie is back to hugging the lakes. Alright, our starting raft, was it actually required?
Nope. Hints, just like it was in the last seed. Sail not to save the princess, but sail to get your hints. But we need a book first.
Yep, but you already said it's in 9, so there's no point. Don't even mark it down. Nope, just potions. I mean, so far this has been... It's been arduous for Bogie, but not impossible. But, never mind.
That, unfortunately, sucks.
Yes, I am going to shut up now about arduous versus non-arduous.
Because taking the death there is unfortunate, but also dying with a bomb that hadn't exploded yet.
Yes. Now,
that is the harder one to swallow.
Ooh,
Bogie spending 2 keys, knowing that the any key is the white sword item.
Although I will just giggle a tiny bit if he runs into another mugger, though, in this 4.
It's not possible.
No?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I take it back that it could maybe be possible, but I think second quest retains the principle of 1 mugger room in level 4. Power bracelet in 4.
Alright, so this could be big. And I say could with quotation marks.
Answering chat, where is the any key? It's at the Lost Hills Armos. So stun is one to the right, one above where that is. Probably going to see him curve over towards that direction soon. Bogie has chosen to upend A, and he was locked in with a Gliok he couldn't kill because he was cursed.
Yes. Unfortunately, though, it takes him away from his take any that was west of Vanilla Start, because that would have given him the guaranteed 6. I get it. I don't want to get it. Although technically we didn't know if you could get it at 5 hearts, so maybe this could still be alright.
Yeah, as far as Bogie knows, it is a 50% chance that he can pick up this any key.
Correct.
For stun, once he does find it, as long as he hasn't picked up the 6th heart, it's going to be 66% chance. So Wizrobe's in 1, 2, and 8 so far.
And it's a maximum of 5, I think you said, they can be in. I think that was you who gave me that information last time.
Oh, stun gets in there.
Is 5 enough?
And it's not attainable at 5, so you need 6.
All right.
But at least stun knows it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I was concerned that he was going to take that death, because that would definitely steer him away from being able to pick up that any key. Wizrobes. Yay. He.
Yeah, just a little bit of running and screaming. This is fine. This is all fine.
It's a lot of running and screaming, my friend.
All right. Let's see if... Yep.
Our container in 2.
Oh, careful, Bogie.
He's got it. Got the Korea on the invincibility frames.
They turn on a dime. Let me tell you. You think you have it, or it's like... Go ahead.
They know how to snipe.
Yes, it's like I liken it to the Space Invaders. Well, I'll be running across the room and they shoot where I'm going to be there, like, you know, at the next point. And they always get me. Just got to mark this down that we saw the first item in 2 is a floor heart, which Bogie probably will want at this point.
If he can find a way over there, I mean, yes.
Now, Shton, I don't think changed, or if he did change color, it's like the lightest blue I've ever seen.
Yeah, I see a hint of blue, but yeah, it's not a lot. But that is the blue ring pickup for stun.
Alright, so I gotta pay attention though, because when he leaves the level, does he still have the tint? That's what I am going to be most curious about.
Yeah. And again, we know this is 1Q6, and that's a silver arrow in the Gibdo.
Alright.
So time for stun to buy some arrows.
He doesn't have enough money to buy any arrows right now. Oh, look at this. See, this is why you pick up the boomerang, children.
Why?
The Wallmaster's going down to a boomerang hit.
And Bogie now guaranteed the pickup of the any key.
And better get that nickel on the floor.
Why?
Well, because we could use it for hints. We could use it for blue ring money.
And heart container 2, so it's a double-hearted 2 for Bogie, but knowing that the any key is over at the Lost Hills, you will not complain about getting a double-hearted 2.
Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, never found 3 yet to get the white sword, so I don't know how... The enemy set here in 6. Did we see Wizrobes yet? Or will there not be Wizrobes in this one?
I think we've seen...
Oh no, this
is Tech Tights and Pole's voice.
Another gross combination.
And a ladder block right there, so we can't go to the south. Here's Bogie finding level 6 as well.
Okay. We're going to pirouette the door.
Triforce for stun. Going to check to see if this is an RMOS situation.
And first power bracelet.
It's transport.
Oh, alright. So far, power bracelet not required. But there are still a lot of checks left.
And there's the any key for Bogie.
Is that the same ladder block we just saw?
Yes.
Okay. So now Bogie saw 6 and is choosing to ignore it at this point. And going somewhere. I don't know where yet, though.
Crazy.
Aren't we all?
But that's the way it goes.
Millions of people living as foes.
It's all part of the crazy train, everyone.
Didn't know how far you were going to take it, but I was pretty sure that's where you were going with it.
I couldn't remember the next line.
Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love.
Bogie also finding level 7, which is going to be shape 7.
And see, picking up nickels. Because we might have a blue ring purchase, we might have some hint shops, we might have some bomb upgrades.
That's not going to help stun. I think at this point, if I'm stunned, I consider getting that Triforce and getting out, but I think Stun wants to explore a little bit more, see if we can't pull out that staircase item, because we've seen both transports. Was Robes in 7.
That's what, 4 now?
That's 4. 1, 2, 7, 8.
I mean, this could be a comfort because level 9 is going to be a Shapes 9. And you don't really want to have to deal with Wizrobes and a Shapes 9. I don't want to deal with Wizrobes and a Shapes 9.
I don't want to deal with Wizrobes, period, but you're right.
And that's the Roadrunner.
You're right. Just be on the lookout for a coyote with some bird seed from Acme.
Yep. But I believe Shton is taking your advice and is grabbing his Triforce and running. Unfortunately, does not leave. Oh!
Leopard 7!
Well then. And here's our bait block. And Bogie not going to pay it just yet, which I agree with.
Yeah, because Bogie hasn't seen 3 yet, so you don't want to pay that and lose it. Stun going back to 3, gonna try to get that Triforce now. Gibdos, or not Gibdos, the Gurias go in the opposite direction.
Well, of course. Look at this, just ladder block after ladder block.
And a one-off staircase.
I love it. Well, it's appropriate. It's in the toe.
You know where that corridors, or you know where that transport staircase is taking you once you find it.
Yep. So Bogie knows that he doesn't have to chuck himself down said staircase. Oh, is this going to be in the... Go ahead.
This is going to be the... Nope, it's not even that.
I was
Good
going to
working
be
with
like...
the Wizrobes for stun, and level 3 gets the Triforce. Pickup number 3.
Another secret in the tip of the nose. You can do it. Well, it's not as nice for Bogie because he doesn't have the white sword, so...
No white sword, 4 bombs, and BMO's shooting at you.
Yeah.
And that's blocking access to 5 different rooms. Stun finding level 2.
So now at this point, does Bogie Triforce and go, depending on where it is? Like if this is the Triforce room, for example, do you see him turning around or do you see him finishing out what he can?
It's a tough question with the Shapes 7.
Ooh.
Maybe this is the answer. You hope this is the answer.
Aw,
but this is going to take you to the one-off segment.
know. But even in one-offs, so because I'm honestly not familiar with the way that like the remove most open staircases, the ROMSs as you call them, could you technically take a transport staircase and have the Triforce sitting on the floor at the other end?
Of course.
Okay.
And it doesn't even have to be an RMOS.
It's an ROUS, that's right.
RMOS. Words and letters are hard.
Oh no, I was doing a Princess Bride reference.
Duns needs to be a little careful.
Oh, and Bogie has to clear this, but it's only 2 heads, so that's okay. Bogie will be fine. Got plenty of
16
room.
Woodsword hits.
Yep. Plenty of room. Just run, scream, stab. There
Get
you go.
bombs.
And clear out the tail.
Done seeing the heart container.
Definitely will want it.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Possibility. Just be careful, Bogie. Do not take a death here. This would stink to have to go and do all over again. Ooh, but they dropped to a bomb hit. This is good.
Oh, you do need to clear those Wizrobes out.
Oh, of course you do. I mean, that could be a super room.
It could be.
There we go. Now you're going to definitely walk it. You've got 4 bombs, but you also now have max hearts, so... I don't know. I think if I'm Bogie, I would try. But I'm also very stubborn.
Well, at this point, Bogie knows he has to.
Well, yeah. But do you really want to at this point?
You don't want to, but you have to.
True.
Alright, Stun 1 room away from being able to pick up the heart container. Although Stun is cursed at this point, so having to redo these wall masters every single time. Sees the fiber on the ground, hasn't picked up the heart container.
But Bogie, I mean Shton, somebody,
Whatever then, whatever.
pal.
Please
There we
help
go.
me. Alright, there's the 6th heart for Stun, which will guarantee the any key. Bogie now with a full complement of bombs, gonna get out of that
Goodness.
the doorway.
Rude. Unfortunately, takes the bop. Has to be so careful, as we saw. Oh, I forgot to shut up.
I mean, you're fine.
I know, but still, this is the second time we've seen it in this match. Oh, it's. I blame the Wizrobes. Like, look at this, in the doorway, like practically up your behind, just not letting you get a word in edgewise. Yeah, gross. Easy, Bogie. Oof.
A little bold with this strategy right now.
I know.
Trying to get them over.
In a turret room, too.
Yeah, that's the worst thing is the turret.
Alright, there we go. Yep, just sort it down real easy. Whew.
Okay, so it is a
It is
super room. Oh, it's a nasty super room.
But we can get through this. Yep, there we go. Yep, just boomerang them.
Boomerang the Koreas.
Yep, this children is why you pick up the boomerang.
And hope that blue Wizrobe doesn't come over and cheat.
Yep,
You
alright.
got it. And it's a heart container.
Alright, so a little extra health. But, I mean, Bogie has, I'd say, a chance in here. Definitely. He's definitely got the skill. You know, clear what you can. Pop back into the staircase. If you can, to reset.
And the worst thing is that Bogie takes a death. He has to do that Wizrobe room again.
Yep, I like this. Now, if this clears the blue Wizrobe, this will be good.
But it doesn't
doesn't.
yet. Oh, invincibility frames keeping Bogie alive.
Oh, try to set him on fire! Violence!
Bogie dies!
Oh. Oh, man. That is unfortunate.
And those whiz robes are back.
Oh, dang it.
Because there wasn't traps, there wasn't bubbles to save
Yep.
it. Bogie probably thought thought it was safe, but unfortunately the answer is no.
Oh, that's...
Remember when we gave them that straightforward seed in game 1?
Right.
High game 2.
This is what you asked for. So you probably have a grin on your face, Rick.
I mean, if you are going to be playing in the semifinals, you have to deal with stuff like this. And these runners know how to deal with things like this.
Yep. I mean, this is going to, though, at least in my opinion, sort of Bob Ross Bogie in the correct direction, because no bombs. You need to do some burn bush checks, and this is going to push him in the direction of level 3.
Yep, he's going to find... Oh, that line almost said no, but he's going to find level 3 in just a moment. But you're going to see Bogie do the screen scroll over to the fairy fountain, which we first saw last year's tournament runners doing this, and now more runners have picked up that strat to get themselves a good health refill without dealing with this screen. By the way, Shton is green, gray again.
Yeah, I'm going to ask that just for curiosity's sake. Like, why, for some reason, the sprite color disappears after a ring... Or is he? No, he went back to gray. No, you're right.
Bogie's about to find level 3.
Now, Yep, we saw both items, which I...
Yes, we did.
I don't know, do you like blue boomerang or wooden boomerang?
Wooden boomerang because I know that the magical boomerang covers more of the room, but if you miss your target, it's a long return back to you.
Yes. Alright, now
Shton finding level 1.
Yep. And Bogie is going to, nope, not even bother to burn it, but I agree, at this stage of the game, you do not burn it.
There's our bait block.
Oh, there we go, never mind. Does burn it. I'm kind of a little surprised that he did not give his bait over to the mugger, though.
Yeah, because he's already seen the bait block in 7.
Mm-hmm. I mean, unless he's going to use it against the Lionels, maybe the Gorillas. That might have been interesting. To use the Gorillas against that room to kind of try to group them all together, because they are attracted to the bait, right? I think it's Octoroks, Gorillas, maybe Lionels? I'm not sure.
Being corrected, yeah. This levels 1, 2, 3, 7, and 8 have whiz robes in it.
1, 2, 3, 7. Yes. Yeah, you said that before.
1, 2, 3, 7, and 8. I omitted 3.
Oh, you omitted 3? Oh. Well, dang it, Rick.
Yeah, I know. I'm terrible. There's the Triforce for Bogie. It's the first try.
Now, Shton does have the resources, in my opinion, to be able to pull both of the items out of one. We know what one of them is already.
So, according to everything I've seen so far, the only level that we're missing is level 5.
My paper also matches up with that. Hi-oh, our tracker, please let us know if we are both correct or we are just old and dotard.
See both.
I know. I finally turned 40.
My condolences.
Thank you.
Alright, so Shton, realizing that the ladder is needed for level 1, has chosen to leave.
Oh, it's a confirmed ladder block.
Yep.
Oh. I did not know that. All right, it looks
Wait.
like Shton has learned his lesson.
I mean, well, you gotta remember, Bogie couldn't get the Triforce in that level 1, and although he tried his darndest.
I thought it was a combat reason that drove Bogie out of 1.
No, the fact that he tried ladder clipping to get that Triforce in level 1.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Now chat is doing their best. Thank you for making me feel not so old. It's hard, though. I found my first 2 gray hairs and had a tiny freak out about it.
My condolences there, too.
Although, look at Jam. I have Father Christmas across the room from me right now.
Here's the wand pickup for Bogie.
Yep, definitely good combat, especially with red bubbles. I mean, honestly speaking, you can save a potion in like 4, 5, and 9 because you really only need the sword for Ganon. If you get hit by a bubble, it's okay. Just wand him down.
Done just around the corner from finding level 7.
All right, so, I mean, we're running out of checks, so do you want to see a whistle blocked 5 or do you want to see a power bracelet blocked 5?
I'd like to see a level 5 blocked by the ladder.
Okay, so you want the river spot.
Yes.
Okay. Chat, what do you want? All right, chat wants ladder block. People want the red ring and 5. Alright.
Welcome to Zelda 1 Randomizer, friends, where everyone's telling each other to get off their lawns.
Oh, absolutely. Nope.
Okay, now the
Sorry,
river
Rick.
spot opens up.
Alright. Who knows?
Although
Maybe. Go ahead.
Did Shton not go into level 7?
Oh, don't tell me he misclicked. Maybe it's just a little brain fart. This will be fine.
And we'll see what happens.
And we gotta yell at the clouds too. So we're gonna. Although to be honest, I haven't really done much yelling. This is, the odd, telling them to pick up a boomerang. But beyond that, this should tell you something about the caliber of these runners. If I don't have to yell much, I mean, they're doing things that I think are correct, except when they leave nickels on the floor.
Yes, that's the extent of you yelling at the runners at this point. Bogie about to get the silvers in this 6. Gonna be right in this room here.
Kind of hard to see. It almost like on one tile it looks like it's there, and on the other tile, you're like, what is that sticking out of him?
Veteran runners will know immediately what that is.
Actually,
They'll be drawn to seeing things like that right in the tummy of Gibdo.
or what is it? If you go into a room that has the 4 corners of, what are those called? Like, not turrets, the spike traps in the 4 corners, and there's like an item underneath it, like the blue boomerang or something.
Oh yeah, that's something right there. You do find level 5 over at the bomb spot in the grave area, the potion shop that's southeast of 1Q6.
Oh, well, that's boring. So the power bracelet, unfortunately, is going to be a red herring here for Bogie.
And whiz robes in 5.
Wait, I thought we were done with the whiz robes.
Apparently not. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8.
Yes?
It's easier to count which ones don't have whiz robes at this point.
I agree, but I am slightly perplexed. It's because the rule of, certain amounts of enemy sets can exist in the dungeons. Like, is that a rule that's just because of how the randomizer is set up, or is that a rule that comes from, let's say, like, the original game itself?
Now, the rule of how the original game is, but the way it is supposed to be is you're going to see enemy groups in the 5 dungeons. Now, it's apparently becoming a thing here that the Wizrobes are a communal enemy, which means they share two enemy groups.
Oh. Interesting. I have learned a new thing today.
So, we could be seeing Wizrobes in up to 7 dungeons if that is the case. Now, I know people have argued this. I know Jay Cooper was saying something like this in the previous instance, but we're looking at Wizrobes in 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. That's 6 levels.
True. Now here's the compass.
4 and 5!
Ooh. So this is really good for Shton, because we know we don't need a power bracelet for anything. I mean, Bogie is still missing 5. What else is Bogie missing? He's seen 1. He's seen 7. He's seen 8.
And there's the Triforce for Shton out of level 5.
Yep.
So has Shton seen level 7? That's the big question.
Yeah, because we know where it is, and Shton walked by it, but... I don't know if you saw on Bogie's screen.
I'm not acknowledging that.
Okie dokie.
I am not acknowledging that icon that popped up on the A button. Y'all can clip it and see what he did for his current rupee count.
We know what he did. Naughty Bogie. And if you hear anything, it's Snarf.
Hi, Snarf.
Is... Oh, you want back up? Apparently he's upset that he's not on my lap. But that is the mark of a good supervisor, not being too clingy, and apparently only coming when necessary.
Well, we just found Bo, so I think that's necessary enough.
Oh. Yep, so we do have all of the pieces of the puzzle necessary. Unfortunately, Bogie does have to go back and do this again, but he's in a much better position. So
9
now
hearts,
here's
8 bombs.
So now this is what I think is going to be interesting to watch from Bogie, is once he finds 5, depending on the routing, do you try force and go at this point? Do you gamble on the bow in 9?
5 is a small enough of a dungeon. I wouldn't be surprised if Bogie tries it.
Yeah, good. Well, no, this is second quest, so 5 is the Z. That's right.
Right, but it's still small enough.
Ah, and here's this lovely wand coming into good use. Easy peasy.
There it is. Triforce pickup for Bogie out of level 7. And we are tied at 5 Triforce pieces for both of these runners.
Yep. And since Bogie has already cleared the West Death Mountain, I mean, we're going to see him do east and then hopefully start routing over.
Yep.
Probably. Yeah, maybe kill...
Winner of this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's going to clear these things out. Check over here to the River Cave and then the Forgotten Spot, which are not going to be anything that we know of.
Ooh,
and
but
then
that's gonna... Uh-oh.
get him over towards the grave area.
Yeah,
but he won't have a bomb.
Yeah. You say blow it open with what?
But you see him trying to carefully keep a 10 count going.
Yes. And there it goes. So far, I think they've only seen one bomb shop, too. Over at the Green Tree. Or Casino Corner, if you will.
Done taking a death, and we see Bogie resetting so he can have a chance at a bomb drop on the resetting of his global.
Unfortunately, you have to tank some things with your face. Nope.
Done resetting again after taking a death to a Lionel.
Oh, no.
Winner of this series gets the winner of the Angel FM Up No Point series. Game 1 coming your way tomorrow night.
Rick, he's
at
going
8
away
p.m.
from the...
Eastern.
Oh. Rick, I think he lost 7.
I really hope Shton hasn't marked that off, that he's checked that cave.
Yeah.
Because that will be really bad news for Shton, who needs this to stay alive in this series.
All right, so you might see some yelling now, depending on where he goes. Because he still has a couple Triforces left to get. He is at least in Triforce and Go mode.
About to pop into level 4.
Okay, but this is alright, because this is necessary. Well, let
The
me see.
unfortunate thing here for Shton is even if he was to pick up the book, the book doesn't do you a lot of good.
True. Well,
Especially considering the fact that we have a second quest for 6. Because the old men aren't plentiful in the second quest setup.
alright, unfortunately, Bogie is going away from the check to give him level 5. Oh no.
And
Oh, the
there's the
Verrunners.
Triforce for Shton.
Alright, so Bogie having the power bracelet, in my mind, is giving Shton a little extra time to sort of play catch up. I mean, maybe he did see 7, and he is going to take care of 7 last. Because it kind of routes into 9, so maybe we're worrying for no reason.
Yeah, but if that was the case, unfortunately, Shton is going in the wrong direction here. Because Shton back into level 8.
For what?
We saw no items.
But what does he need?
A thing to get a Triforce in level 1, that's in level 7.
Alright, I'm back with you now. Ladder, that's what he needs.
Yep.
Because then I also had a hard thought that he's thinking it's overworld blocked and is going to try to pull a power bracelet or a recorder somewhere.
And that also is the possibility here for Shton.
Alright. Well, still anybody's game, because Bogie is now kind of heading in the right direction, depending on how he routes it. I mean, ish.
That room you just saw Shton in is the room that the Triforce is, just in case you're curious about the no drop in that Triforce room. Bogie's in level 8, and I think actually this is the first time that we've seen Bogie inside this 8.
He did poke a little bit.
Or maybe he poked just a little bit and saw, no, I don't want to do anything with it.
Yes. Oh, this is why he left. Yep, this right here.
Yeah, Bogie didn't realize there was a way around it at that time.
Right, Bogie has to be careful. I know you like to bomb the Dodongos on the half tile. Oh, that's rude. You kill 2 and you only get 1 bomb pack.
Yeah, but at least he survives the room.
Yep. Oh, good. Round 2. Alright. I'm having a brain fart, Rick. The bomb upgrades, does it follow, like, the placement, you know, how it's, like, 5, 7, 8, etc., etc.? Does it follow first or second quest rules?
It
Like,
follows whatever quest we're in. So the bomb upgrades for the seed are going to be in levels 4 and 7.
And that's because it's second quest in the front half?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the reason why it's in 4 and not 5.
Okay. Neat. Thank you.
Make sure you give these runners a follow as we reach the 52.5-minute mark of this race.
Yep. And Shton picking up a nickel, which I completely approve of.
This will be our map. Name Medding Lot.
Alright. So, I've got...
Think carefully.
Go ahead. Oh, no.
I said think carefully.
I know. I've got 2 already.
Number 1.
A cow mooing.
There's a raft on the floor here in 8. And number 2.
A bat giving duck lips. I mean, you can kind of see it, right? You're being too silent.
I can see it. I also can see that boot that Chat's talking about if you look at it from the bottom of the boot being the right-hand side of this 8.
Wait, Chunky, which one are you looking at? A dead...
Red, ring in 8.
Oh, a boot. Okay, yes. I thought you
Yes,
said a
the
booth.
boot.
Like, I thought you said booth. I'm like, what kind of booth are you going in, Rick?
Sorry, they changed the way that the booths look at the diners.
He's not brown, is he? No, he's red. Yep, this is fine. No, wait, is he brown?
Burnt red.
All right. Could just be the dungeon color for him. If he looks brown from here, I don't know to get offended yet.
Chat, you're not helping.
Oh, some people saying sloth hanging upside down, which, yes, I can see that too.
High 5 for these runners.
Yep. And both with the means to, I should say, to clear it in a timely manner. Shton with his silver arrows and Bogie with his sword and wand combo.
Transport staircase.
Oh, and this is gonna, yeah, such a tricky level to figure out if you don't have the map. But Bogie, I think, is heading in the right direction towards the map room. Yeah, just
Still to the northeast of it.
Oh, okay. Yep, and just all the bombs in the world.
Nice transport staircase, by the way.
Oh, best transport staircase.
Power container, the 3rd item in this level 8.
So, I mean, if you're stunned, you keep digging. Because he's only found the red ring and the raft.
In Stun's mind, the ladder almost has to be here for, which is unfortunate because we know that's not the case. Stun right now is lucky that Bogie is in the wrong district of this level 8 and is still seeking the bow. Here's the 3rd item for Stun, so Stun's going to get on out of here.
Yep, not even picking it up, which, you know, Chest Jerk is going to be upset. Yep. Sorry, CJ.
CJ will get over it. Again, CJ passed up parts earlier today.
Now, CJ, I admonish you slightly for that.
But sometimes Chester has to do what Chester has to do in order to win races at this level. Stun back into level 4. This is where not seeing level 7 is really hurting Stun.
And Chestjerk would rather forget that he had to give up his mantra in order to go fast.
I mean, you have to do what you have to do.
Oh, he is still brown. Of course, that doesn't change. Why not? No, it's definitely brown. That's not red. Alright. This is fine. This is all fine.
Looking 4 on the floor.
For our little Hershey kiss. Alright, so Bogey's been already here. This is okay. Kind of pushing him.
If I remember correctly, the power bracelet was in that room that Stun just passed up. Bogie was searching, got locked into that room there with the Gleeok after getting bubbled here. Yeah, this is the power bracelet. Here's the Triforce for Bogie, who gets it with 1 heart remaining. And Shton's going to think, okay, I've got what I need to find level 7. Why are you sighing?
Because I hate to see a misclick.
I hate seeing it too. And it happens.
I know. We've all been there. We've all, either if you're a paper writer or a Z1R tracker, you click the wrong button, you write the wrong thing, you put an X in the wrong spot.
Oh, we hadn't found level 9 either.
Oh, Bogie already found 9.
Nope, he just did right now.
Well then. Alright, I mean...
So, here's hoping that Shton, when he goes to the power bracelet spot at the Lost Hills there, that 2Q4 spot, realizes that he didn't check the waterfall.
Yes. Which does kind of, like, the power bracelet checks do kind of route you in that area.
Yeah, so
okay.
This really is where we're going to find out just how bad this is going to go for Shton this evening. And you also got to remember, there's Seed Bleed. This is the second run that these two have done back to back.
And there's a question in chat. So,
we're buying hints.
Oh, is that what we're... Oh, this could be very good. Well, no, wait. It's not going to give him the location. Because hints only tell us about items and dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this is still okay.
Power Bracelet and 4. We already got that.
Big deal.
Book and 4. We needed that to get that hint.
Stupid old lady.
Step over the water to reach the red can. Oh no.
Is that the other item in 1?
It could be. And here's the issue with that hint.
Let me hear it.
It could lead Shton thinking something different about that 7 that he's missing. I don't know for certain though, because I think Shton had checked the river spots. This is the truth of this seed coming up right now. Shton does not push that block. It does not move. If he walks past this spot, sad days are ahead of us. He does!
Oh.
7 pound! Oh my!
Whew.
Bogey's just about to find 5.
Yep. But now, this is where it's going to be extremely spicy. Was the bow on the way to the Triforce? Because if you're Bogie, you Triforce and go, I bet. I mean, I know 5 is tiny, but I don't know. At least just based off of how I see, our top runners run, you bank more often than not on your required item being in 9.
Yeah. But
all right.
We'll see.
And it was, let me see, was it in a basement or was it on the floor?
The bow?
Yes.
It was in the basement.
Okay.
Could it be here? No, it's not.
No.
This is the transport. He's walking away.
Okay. Yep.
But we're still in the southern area.
All right, but this will be good for Shton. I think at this point, Shton is going to stay in here until he finds something.
Yep. Unfortunately, he's on the wrong side of this 7 to find the ladder, because the ladder was, if you went towards the south of the Roadrunner, down towards the legs.
Yes.
This might be it here for Bogie. No, it's not. It's the other transport.
Yep. Which I agree Bogie should take.
It's going to take him to the other side of this level 5. I guess we'll see what winds up happening.
It's tricky. I mean, it's a question of, this is a tiny enough dungeon. Do you check it just to be safe? Versus, I'm up against Shton. I need to go fast.
Totally understandable.
And I just realized something.
Yes.
that our little Hershey Kiss is brown in the dungeons, but he's red on the overworld. So I kind of am okay with this. I mean, in this level, he kind of looks more red. Oh, that is a Zelda room.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that is a fabulous color scheme.
Yes, it is. Shout out to the interior decorator.
Yep. Now, this cannot be the bow on Bogie's side. But I want to say the compass was over here in the Roadrunner's tail.
Shton already found the compass.
Oh, okay.
Now, here's the problem.
I know.
Shton is heading in the direction of the Triforce here.
Mm-hmm. Which we know was a super room. It had the heart container in it. And I do believe Bogie is committed to the dig of this 5, so this is good for Bogie. Oh, this stinks for Shton, because maybe this will be the Bob Ross. Maybe this will be telling Shton to go in a different direction if he takes a death up here. Although he's got red ring. It's kind of hard to die when you have the red ring.
It's still possible, but yeah, you're right. The fact that Shton has the red ring is going to help him out there. Now, unfortunately, we need Shton to get back into the 7. In fact, Shton, at this point, Shton's getting both items. You know you can't get that Triforce in 1.
Is this the bow? Under stinky little keys?
Under stinky little keys.
Well
There it
then.
is. Yeah, it's on the way to the Triforce. Okay, so there's no drama there. We were getting that no matter what.
Alright. Well, I mean, we're still getting drama, because we're getting a Shapes 9. I can't wait to see what shape it is. Chat did point out, though, that it, based off of the size of 8, that it might be tiny.
Very likely so, yeah. And the 7 isn't necessarily tiny either. You're going to see Shton go through these 3 remaining rooms. Wish you had more rupees for those bombs.
Yep. But buying the hints, I definitely agree with.
Yeah, I agree with those too. In that position. Alright, Bogie is getting ready to walk into level 1. So we do know that Bogie has the lead.
Yes. But at least Shton has avoided the mistake
Get
of
the
missing 7.
Triforce done, please.
Yep.
Shton, I think, almost did an up and 8 that would have been absolutely devastating.
Oh.
Because you would have had to redo that Wizrobe room again. This room here would have stayed cleared, but that Wizrobe room would have been back. Now, since we're getting ready to have Bogie pick up Triforce piece number 8, if we could switch over to Bogie's audio, because we're getting ready to head into level 9.
Yep. It is time for the roar and the door.
That's right. Head into level 9. Try to find where the kidnapped is. Try to find where Ganon is.
All right.
Shton knows that this will not be the room with the ladder because it went dark.
And it looks like, I guess... Go ahead.
No, it's just going to note that it's the Shapes 9. There's the ladder for Shton. So it's probably like a minute and a half difference between these 2 runners. And the unfortunate thing is Shton has to walk over to level 1 as opposed to flute over or take a connector.
But not terrible. Like, it's still, in
Yeah.
my opinion, going to be close because this is a Shapes 9. This is
Yeah.
a Zig versus a Zag.
Yeah, and that's what race number 1 came down to. Bogie wound up doing the Zig, Shton did the Zag, and the right move was the Zig.
I mean,
Who
sometimes
knows what this race brings?
Oh, I hope it brings the Zug Zug.
All right, so here we go, level 9.
Turn my volume up a little bit. So I can hear the roar.
And we've got Gibdos here, so that means we will not have Whiz Ropes. I mean,
All right.
after having Whiz Ropes in 6 dungeons, I think everyone's happy.
Yep. This also means, now Bogie, did he buy a potion? I think we saw a potion purchase.
And here's the Triforce for stun. Here we go, friends. Level 9! It's fun time.
Mm-hmm.
And just remember, because even though if a room goes dark, it doesn't mean we've automatically found Ganon, because of how some dark rooms can transform from one part of the second quest part into the shapes section.
So it looks like Bogie is doing the strategy of prioritizing doors over any sort of transport staircase.
There's our shape for level 9. Name the Dinkblot.
That is a robber holding a gun.
I like that answer. There's one other component here.
What?
Stun has the book.
True. And this
If
does
there's a
follow... Yep, go ahead.
I was going to say, if there's a hint that says where Princess Zelda is, that gives Stun a little bit of an advantage.
Mm-hmm. Because this is following... Technically, this level 9 is first quest. So we have 3 hints.
You just hope it doesn't get replaced by a mugger.
I'd say what are the odds of that happening, but that's math.
5 time. Hey, there's Ganon's room.
He's not home today.
Leave a number. We mentioned how old we were earlier. You ever remember those silly answering machine tapes back when people actually had answering machines?
People would devise whole songs to their answering machines. Especially around Christmas time, I remember that. I especially remember because my siblings and I did once.
How crazy.
Oh yeah, I
The
forget.
beast awaits in southwest of Skull!
Oh! That is an awesome hint. Alright. So, if you're Team Bogie, you want him to either grab a staircase that pulls him in that direction, or you want to see an up A. If you're Team Shton, you want him to have an easy path here. But I'm trying
If you're
to...
Team Stun, you want him to get some bombs right now. There we go.
Yep. And you want the wall to the left to bomb.
As you know, Stun is going to go in that direction.
Eventually.
Okay.
Ooh! Bogie's in southwest.
Bogie has found a path over to this direction. But no roar yet. And it's a one-off!
Oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, wait, Shton found a bomb wall?
We're still in the northwest.
But that's okay, there's a path for right
Right. We're still in the northwest.
now. Bogie's out of bombs! Oh no!
Yep. And he's going to try to get some bombs off these Gibdos. Clock pickup for Stun. Could we have heard the roar here? No, not yet. Could we hear it from here? There's the compass!
Oh, she ain't too far.
No darkness yet. I think we found where... If we could switch over to Stun, I think we may have found her. Or found him. Room goes dark. Yep, that's Ganon.
Oh my
2
gosh.
rooms south of Zelda.
Oh.
And the book in 4. Stun picking up the book. Gets the hint about Ganon. 3 hits down. Needs 8. Bogie is near but not there. Takes the death on the
Oh,
Petra.
no.
Shtun's gonna walk up to the north. We're gonna see if Zelda's in this next room, if the door to her is in this next room. And no, it's
Oof.
not. We can't get our GGs in just yet.
Almost.
So we're gonna try over here. No wall there either. We're not done with the sea just yet, friends, as Shton needs to find a path over to Princess Zelda. That's the room that Bogie just died in.
Mm-hmm.
Bogie looking. As Shton is nearing.
Yep. All right, can we go?
Can we get there from down, or can we go from the south? There's the
Hey!
shutter door. Shton's gonna force a game 3.
Wow. Everybody, get your GGs in chat for our winner Shton with an official race time finish of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 1 second.
Game 3 coming up here soon.
And we are joined. Go
Bogie
ahead.
had dad percent at the very end. That's what that pause was about, but it didn't make any difference there. Shton, you picked up the book in 4. That made the difference.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know if y'all could tell or not, but I missed Mark 7.
We
Yeah.
were worried when we were concerned, and we were hoping that the power bracelet was gonna go and cause you to at least get back in that direction. Thankfully it did, because it had the ladder. It had what you needed. But my goodness, we were sweating there.
I was doing everything I could to avoid having to search out level 4. And then, yeah, I mean, I knew I needed ladder. I knew I needed level 7. And I thought to myself, did I check waterfall when I passed by it? And I was checking those the ladder spots, even though I didn't have ladder. And luckily that stuck in the back of my head. I was just routing that way to go check another power bracelet spot. And I thought, well, I better double check. So.
Yeah. That was your last Sebastian of getting to level 7 at that point. We like I said, we were getting concerned. And both races, both this and the first game of the doubleheader, the person that was first into 9 is the person who came up on the other side.
Oh, wow. So the hint for where Ganon was is what saved me?
The hint that told you that Ganon was in the southwest of Skull gave you the answer that you needed.
Well, then I guess I got lucky I didn't find 7, because the only reason I found book was because I was looking for ladder.
I know. Absolutely crazy. Now, Boofaboom, who has hinted this in the race room, wants to talk to you about your shopping in game 1.
Yeah, did you like that? I didn't have enough arrows, I felt like.
It was really one of the only times you made me yell. So, I mean, I
Well,
guess you were doing it.
Luckily, I had red ring. Obviously, I already had. I mean, luckily it didn't really cost me. I didn't have a whole lot left to buy. But yeah, as soon as I did it, I was like, "Oh, you idiot!" So,
Like one does when they pick up something that they already have.
that's right. Yeah, it was. Heat of the moment. I'm racing against someone, probably better than me overall, and I was just trying to go fast, and I thought, ooh, arrows may come in handy.
You both were even getting that last Triforce piece in game number 1. You were just marginally first into that level 9, and both cases, it was a hint that propelled you both into victory for that game. In
Wow.
game 1, he found out that the princess was in the northwest of Skull, and he kind of focused around that, but then he made his way over towards the northeast and found Ganon right there at the red ring spot.
Well, I have a bad habit of refusing to take stairs unless I'm looking for silvers, and I don't know if there would have been a stair that would have got me over there quicker or not, but
Yeah,
I just was farming bombs and trying to find bomb holes and not taking a single stair. So
yeah, I don't think he took a stair when he was going through that 9, but it was absolutely crazy just the way that first seed played out. And despite your purchasing of silvers and us teasing you, or rather, Bo, when you had the silvers and us teasing you about it, you both gave us a thrill tonight.
Good. I'm Bogie is a number 3 seed for a reason. So, I mean, if I'm close, I'm happy. So hopefully I can give him a run for his money in the game 3.
And speaking of 3, you had 3 deaths this seed. But also speaking of 3, you've got a game 3 coming up here with Bogie that you both are going to have to iron out the details for.
We have not. We haven't talked about it yet. It was just getting these 2 scheduled was, kind of took some time with kid schedules and all that kind of stuff. I think he said he's out maybe Wednesday and Thursday. So we haven't. We'll talk. Hopefully, maybe either Monday or Tuesday, or if not.
Yeah, he did say in the race room maybe 8 o'clock tomorrow, which we already do have 2 races on the docket for tomorrow, but who knows? Maybe there could be a third one. We'll see. Bogie is not going to be joining us for the post-race interview. Does say, quote, looking forward to game 3. Sounds like these were both close, and they were indeed close. It was a level 9 that came down to, either one of you could have won based on how both of you were going in.
Wow. Well, and when I picked up Book, I thought at that point, I didn't know. I'd only found one of the hint shops, and I went and checked it, and there was nothing there. And so, I kind of thought it was a worthless pickup, but obviously, I'm glad it saved me.
I do have one other. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, worthless for the hints at the hint shop, but worth it for the hint that you got in that level 9. Boof?
I have an unrelated question, more related to your sprite set.
All right.
First of all, were you ever brown in the second game? Or was that just a really
I should not ever be brown. No, it's gray. It's gray and black, and then if I pick up blue ring, it turns light blue. If I pick up red ring, it turns red. And then for some strange reason, I don't know what causes it, but after a while, it will revert back to gray and black.
Yep, that's what I was going to ask you, because I was worried I do need new glasses, but I was worried that my eyesight was going.
I turned red when I picked up red ring. I have no idea what causes it to go back to gray and black, but it almost always does after a certain amount of time.
Okay. So at least you weren't brown. All right, that's the most important thing out of the way.
I would have given you a heads up if I would have ever told brown. We all know how you feel about brown.
Well, you were called a Hershey Kiss at least once.
Oh.
But she says it with love.
Always. I yelled at you, like I said, once when you bought the wooden arrows. I think that was really the only time I ever had to, because both of you are such incredible runners, and not much to yell at.
I don't think I don't recall ever having been yelled at by you, so I look forward to going and listening to it. It's a badge of honor.
It's become a thing when people look. It's become a thing where people look forward to Boofaboom yelling at them in a seed.
Yes. If you pass by a nickel and your nose itches, you know that I'm yelling at you for it.
All right. Well, you both gave us an incredible couple of races, and if this is any indication, keep an eye on the schedule, because Game 3 is going to be incredible once these 2 get it on the schedule. Can't wait to see how Game 3 unfolds after this. GG's to you, GG's to Bogie as well. Any closing thoughts, Shton?
No, GG's Bogie, and thank you both and the trackers for pulling double duty. I always appreciate getting 1 restream, but getting 2 in a night I know y'all are taking a lot of time out, so I really appreciate it.
And this is where we thank McMonkey for tracking game number 1, Hio24 for tracking game number 2. All right, game 3 coming up here at some point in time. We do know we have 2 games on the docket for tomorrow as of now. We have Angel FM versus Opno Point, game 1 of their best of 3 series to determine who is going to be facing off against either Shton or Bogie. That is going to be taking place tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Also tomorrow at 8 o'clock, the pivotal game 3 of the best of the rest, Moon Risen Phoenix versus Ravioli 500. What an incredible series that has been as well, Boof.
I cannot wait. I'm going to sign up for all the things so I can yell.
And hopefully you all can sign up for all the things and join us for these races here on the Speed Gaming family, as well as the Z1 Randomizer channel. And once again, let's get on out of here. GG's to both of the runners. More races coming your way tomorrow night. Until then, I'm Adirondack Rick saying thank you. Boof, you have the final word.
Well, Rick, as always, it is a pleasure. And as you mentioned before, please make sure that you give a follow to our runner, Bogie Smalls and Shton. Thank you again to our trackers, Mick Monkey and Hio24. Everybody, we'll see you tomorrow.